Hey y'all, it's Megan, and a few weeks ago I was scrolling on Amazon Prime looking for good movies to watch, and I stumbled across the cheesy romance drama movies. So I just thought, why not just record myself live reacting to some of these trailers? I think that for each movie it's important to note the rating, just so we can see what we're getting into. I have a personal preference, like the worse the movie, the better. So I'm specifically looking for movies with low ratings. That way I just have more material to go off of. So I have my Amazon Prime set up. I also have some street tacos that I can obnoxiously chew on in between my commentary. And we're just gonna get into it. Okay, so this first movie is called Accidentally Engaged. In this movie, famous actor Chaz Hunter and aspiring actress Clarissa Byers agree to fake an engagement to improve both their reputations. However, playing pretend starts to feel all too real as the two start to fall in love with one another. Okay, this movie is actually pretty decently rated. It's 4 stars. All right, let's watch.
Clarissa's first acting gig.
Take one.
Didn't make the big splash that she intended.
Okay, so immediately, they've already established that the female main character is such a klutz. You know, she's just really going through it. The movie just makes her out to be this like very incompetent, clumsy individual. We're like 10 seconds into this trailer, and it's already, just jumping right into the nitty gritty.
You're dating Chaz Hunter.
Is about to blow up.
Okay, so I'm a little confused here. Whenever she's with her family and friends, they pull up this like article that has a rumor that she's dating like this famous guy, and her immediate response is, I wouldn't say that. Instead of just like, no, that's false. Like literally no motivation at all. She just allows people to think that it's actually real.
So I kind of need people to keep thinking it was you. I'm asking for your help here.
So basically the plot of the movie, this actor is seen kissing a woman. It's not actually her, but for whatever reason, people assume that it's her. And he ends up meeting up with her and he's like, people can't know who I was actually with that night, so we might just have to go with it and pretend that it actually was you and me hooking up. You know, nothing makes a good romantic movie more like deception.
Has everyone tuning in.
Oh my God. And it's like they didn't even actually have to get the word out that they're dating. Like something was dropped on the floor, and just like any normal person would, he bent down on one knee to pick it up in front of a restaurant full of nosy people who think that just because this guy is bent down, he must be proposing to this girl. So immediate applause. They don't even hear him say anything. They just assume that it's a proposal, and the paparazzi is right outside stalking them, to make sure that this gets into the tabloid. Like, this was the moment that they came up with the official plan, like, let's fake that we're engaged. And it just set itself up like that. Beautiful writing.
Let's do this.
It's going to take the performance of their lifetimes.
Yeah, right. It is going to take the performance of their lifetimes. This actress is actually in a lot of these movies. She must have some kind of like acting deal with the company that makes these movies. And she just kind of seems like the kind of person who stumbled into acting. Like, this movie is called Accidentally Engaged. It looks like she accidentally became an actress.
Honey.
Wow.
Oh my God. This movie has all of the things. Accidental meet cute, interesting plot, and of course the one moment where the girl is dressed up and has on makeup and did her hair just a little bit differently so that she can walk in for this big reveal, and the guy will respond with, wow. Also, the guy in this movie played Noel Kahn in Pretty Little Liars.
Lexi Giovanoli, Brant Dougherty with Joan Severance.
Brant Dougherty, that's his name. Yeah. So he was on Pretty Little Liars, and then after that, he kind of just like fell into these like straight to DVD type movies, like these really cheesy like love stories. He's done a few of these movies. This is just like his shtick now. So good for him.
Chaz would never go for me. He's way out of my league.
It just could not be more cliche. This is just a regular girl with a dream, and she just so happens to get very close to a celebrity who's like super hot and should be inaccessible to regular civilians. But here he is with this small town girl in this small town setting, and she's like, you know what? He would never go for a girl like me. Look at me. I wear glasses. She doesn't wear glasses, but like, you know.
So what now?
No scripts or stories anymore, just you and me.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was that movie. Okay, now this next movie actually stars the same actress. It's called Accidentally in Love. Now, at first, I thought that Accidentally Engaged was a sequel to Accidentally in Love, but no, these are two totally different movies with two almost totally different plots, and just happens to have the same exact actress in the movie. Yeah, let's watch this. It has 8 ratings. Only 8 people have watched this movie. And it's 3.5 stars. So the quality is there. So this movie starts out with the two love interests literally running into each other because, of course, this actress, she has like a very special acting style, okay? She plays the very normal, very clumsy, but very lovable main character.
Yeah, he's cute.
So what happens after these two characters literally run into each other? Like his nose is bleeding and then he goes to faint and she catches him. Because this movie needs that super cliche romance scene where the two main characters fall into each other's arms so that they can have like a good 5 to 10 seconds of loving eye contact. She ends up taking him to the emergency room and he must be passed out because she's sitting literally right there on the phone talking about how cute he is. Like, you should be worried that this guy's going to like sue you. Like, but she's like, yeah, he's cute. Like, what?
Where have you been? Nothing major, but here it is.
Also, another very important ingredient in this formula for these like super cheesy romance movies, people must know that you are in a city. You are an executive of some sort. You know, you have a very, very important job in the bustling city. It's not enough for us to just straight up open the scene and have a subtitle of the location. No, we need multiple panning drone helicopter shots of the city skyline.
This is your diary.
My journal, it's not here. I must have left it at the clinic.
Since they ran into each other, of course, because they're just so clumsy and silly, they ended up switching notebooks. So they're spending all this time together. They really like each other. But the movie has its first inconvenience. She has to go back to America. They meet in London. She says she has to go back to the United States. And at one point she asks, you know, do you want my number? And he's like, no, let's just keep meeting on this bridge every day. And see where it goes. Instead of just adding each other on social media or getting each other's phone numbers, let's just somehow, even though I don't have your contact information, meet at this spot in person every day.
You want my number?
No, let's just meet here and see where the night takes us.
They are supposed to be like meeting up for maybe like one final date before she leaves, but he ends up standing her up because he has a work thing. So she thinks, you know what? Me and him are over. That's it. I'm just going to go back to America and live my life. So then she has a project that she's working on where she has to collaborate with, you know, the British version of whatever she does. She walks into this big meeting and what do you know? Who's in the room? The guy. That guy.
This is our photographer.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
You know, whenever she left, she didn't get any closure. Like, they were supposed to meet up. They never did. And, you know, she just like wrote him off. And then she sees him again here. So she's like upset.
He's here. Who? I waited for you.
Another really, really tasty ingredient. The main character needs a sidekick. whether it be their best friend, their good coworker, their sister. This half-second clip of the token black character saying one word in the trailer is actually a very accurate depiction of this kind of character's role in the movie. That's all we get from her.
Did you really go to Heathrow?
I did. I didn't get very far.
And that's it. Like, they don't actually do anything in the movie. Like, nothing actually happens in the trailer to entice you to want to see the movie, which is probably why it has 3.5 stars. Okay, so I was scrolling for more low budget, low quality movies to rate, and here she is again. The same actress. What is her name? Lexi Giavagnoli. This next movie is actually the same two main characters from the last movie. So these people have started not one but two cheesy romantic comedies where they both play the main characters who fall in love. Like, it's the same girl and the same guy. This movie got 2.8 out of 5 stars. Oh, it doesn't have a trailer. It's okay. Because I think that we could have predicted what was going to happen in this movie. I mean, just whatever your imagination can conjure up, that's what happens. Oh, here's another accidental movie. Let's just stay with this theme. Because everyone knows that the best love stories are just accidents. This one is called Accidental Family. So we had Accidentally Engaged, Accidentally in Love, and now Accidental Family. A shy, lonely genealogist finally discovers the perfect family and the love of her life. They just don't know it yet. They mistakenly think she's a long-lost relative, and unfortunately, he is engaged to the wrong girl who just wants him for his family fortune. As sparks start to fly, she must warn him of his deceptive finance and find a way to tell him the truth about herself. So it's like fake incest. So this woman is like part of these people's family, and then she starts falling in love with this guy, and then she's like, oh, actually, we're not really cousins, so it's okay. Like, we're allowed to like each other. Let's watch the trailer.
I was trying to deliver the heritage box.
I'm sorry.
So in case you missed it, they literally just ran into each other.
You're cute. Oh, I like that.
So not only does she just trip and bump into people, not only does she wear glasses, but she snorts when she laughs. This is like a romance movie trifecta, okay? She is the main character, not just of this movie, but like of life. They can't be for real with that, bro. I'm not even gonna say anything about that.
All that matters is that you showed up. You're family now.
He literally tells her, you're family now. So it's like, how does your mind even allow you to think that she is attractive? Like, you literally believe she is your family, or at least that she's related to people who you are related to, right? So it's like, you would have to watch the movie to just find out how it plays out. But it's like, how does this even unfold in a natural, not strange at all way? Like, what is going on?
Yes, I'd like one
Egg biscuit.
bacon, couple of hash browns.
I'm not gonna lie, that part is actually kind of funny.
Isn't he getting married?
Yes, but she's horrible for him.
How convenient that the woman who he is already in a relationship with is horrible for him. Now she can break them up and get with him without it ruining her conscience. Like, obviously, if someone's already in a relationship with someone you're interested in, it really helps that the person that they're with is just a terrible person.
Isn't she great?
We get married, a couple months later, we divorce, and half that house is mine.
So these type of movies just do a really, really good job at telling you who's who, okay? How do you know this woman is the main character? She's clumsy, she wears glasses, she's very socially awkward. How do you know that this woman is the villain? She's beautiful, yet she very loudly divulges her evil plan over the phone out in the open where quite literally anyone can hear her.
What happens when they find out you're not Olivia Bailey?
Yeah, like, That's a good question. What does happen when these people find out that you've been lying? I don't think it actually matters, because she's just so like dorky and cute, awkward in a somehow attractive way. So even though she has posed as this family's long lost relative, like they've already gotten attached to her. They love her. Like they'll forgive her for the deceit.
I'm 30 and completely alone.
Like, this movie's trying really hard. They have to reiterate what is going on, okay? You need to know. She is shy. She is lonely. She is 30. And she's also all alone, okay? She doesn't have a family. That's why she has posed as this family's long-lost relative and just so happened to fall in love with someone who thinks that she's his cousin.
You've been alone for a long time.
We can only assume her parents died from a young age. So her justification behind lying to all of these people is that they're the closest thing she's had to family. And that just makes everything okay.
This might be your destiny falling into place.
Again, there she is. Sidekick / best friend to the main character. Extra points for it being a woman of color. Encouraging the main character that this may be your destiny falling into place. That tiny snippet that consisted of a total of 1 second is the only capacity we will see her in this movie. A movie title that was very obviously made on like iMovie or something. Yeah, that's that movie. Okay, so this last one has got to be the best. This movie is Winter Wedding. It has 2.6 stars, so it's just gotta be good. Like, we just have to watch this. When Haley and Lucas get engaged, they quickly began planning the beach wedding of their dreams. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned, as Haley, I don't know if it's Haley or Hallie, Haley and Lucas decide to have their ceremony at Lucas's mountain lodge in the snow. They do everything they can to get married happily ever after and survive their families in the process.
You don't have to worry about that. We'll do the engagement party here. That is what you want.
This is a dynamic that we've seen in multiple movies. Like, the first movie that comes to mind is Our Family Wedding, that movie with America Ferrera and Lance Gross, where like the two families come together and like the parents are very overbearing and need to be involved in every detail in the wedding, and that's like the main conflict of the movie. So I'm assuming that's where this is going.
You have to stop interfering with my life.
Now, this movie wouldn't be good if the main character did not have an opportunity to confront their overbearing and sometimes rude parents. Finally, after like 30 years of being alive, she's conjured up the courage to have an opinion around her mom.
You are my dream wedding, Lucas. Any place, anytime.
I don't know if the guy has spoken in this trailer at all. It's like about her parents, his parents, but like I don't recall seeing him speak. Classic corny movie trailer, where you see the whole movie in the trailer. Oh God, that was gonna be the last one, but I found another 2-star. Okay, this movie is called 2 Years of Love. It has 2.2 stars. Like, I don't even know if they would allow you to air movies with just 1 star. Like, I could only imagine that the lowest minimum is 2 stars. 2.1 out of 5 stars. It stars the guy from Luck of the Irish, that like old Disney movie where that like basketball player, he finds out that he's like a leprechaun, whatever his name is. Like, he's been in a lot of stuff. Okay, so Samantha, a popular Dear Abby radio show host, feels her biological clock ticking and is ready to start a family. If only she can convince her out-of-work husband, John. Interesting plot. Let's watch the trailer, shall we?
Until next time.
Again, another very specific, obscure job that makes this otherwise boring surface-level character kind of interesting. She is a radio psychologist. Don't see that every day.
Honey, we've been through this.
If you are married to someone who does not have the same views as you with regards to children or other, life-altering values, you should not be married. Like, the relationship is not going to work if you want to have kids and they don't. Like this conversation had to have come up in the past because it seems like it's something she wants, something he's been pushing it off, and he's always taking a nap. So, yeah.
If you want to regain your manhood, you need to change your perception.
That was like really terrible acting. Not only does this guy get annoyed with the baby talk with the wife again, he's like terrible with children. And that is very clear with this evidence of him acting like this small child has the plague and backing away from her in fear and tripping over a table of desserts with which it falls on top of him and covers him in mess. Very dramatic yet accurate way to express how much this man just hates children. But I'm sure the movie's going to find a way to just make him change his values. Just change who you are to be with the person that you're with.
Woman's taking clock as a primal urge. You need a little more than some cute little puppy.
Who is this guy? Okay, so clearly he is the male protagonist's sidekick. That guy is clearly the emotionally intelligent, somehow in tune with his feminine side guy. But yeah, his lines just seem kind of forced because nobody speaks in that way and says those words.
So, how was it?
Well, John got me a puppy.
Oh, and that's her person, her sidekick. Her lines are probably this big. Like, what's this girl's name? We don't remember. She doesn't have a personality. It's just quippy one-liners and a little bit of good advice. That's it. Get off the screen.
And now we're gonna see a marriage counselor.
Okay. Yeah. If you are in this scenario, the solution is not to see a marriage counselor. But these people, they talk about going to marriage counseling, they look through the photo album from their wedding, and then their problems are solved, I guess. 2 years of love. I don't know. Clearly, these movies got the reviews that they deserve. Very cliche, Wattpad story type stuff. I'll probably do this again because it's hilarious. But, yeah, I'm done. That's it. Please, no more. Just exercise your mind, body, and soul so you can be stronger.